The Christopher Nolan Odyssey film that's coming out this summer is based on this translation by Emily Wilson, and that changes everything. There has been some controversy and drama about the translation that Emily Wilson released in 2017 as the first woman to translate the Odyssey in its 2,700-year history. Let me give you some examples. So the Odyssey starts with a description of Odysseus, and I'm not a classic scholar, so my pronunciation might be entirely wrong here. It starts describing him as polytropos, which literally means a man of many turns. There isn't a direct translation for the actual nuances and connotations of this word into English, so the translator's job when they look at this word is to select the best description that matches the feeling that they think the ancient Greek wants to convey. So, for example, Robert Fagles' edition translates it as a man of twists and turns. Kind of gives Odysseus an impression of agency, curiosity, and maybe cunning, whereas Emily Wilson just translated it as a complicated man. So you can see straight away from the first line, our impression of this central character is incredibly different. But then it gets darker. There's a scene later in the poem where Odysseus' son, Telemachus, is tasked with killing the women in Penelope's house who had been forced to sleep with the suitor who had been trying to court Penelope for the 10 years that Odysseus was away. Fagles' version, the name for these women before they are killed, is translated as you sluts, you whores. In Latimore's translation, it's translated as creatures. Emily Wilson, when she went to do her translation, went and looked back at the original Greek, obviously, and was shocked to see that the original wording didn't have any of the connotations of those translations. The original says something more neutral, literally like they slept with the suitors, and she translated it to mean girls. What does Christopher Nolan's movie have to do with all of this? Nolan has always made films about brilliant and morally compromised men. And I'm especially curious because I think Emily Wilson's translation asks harder questions than most. I think we'll be getting a very interesting and fresh look on who was Odysseus. Was he a hero? And of Telemachus. If the film follows her lead, I think we're in for a stranger, more uncomfortable, but definitely interesting retelling of this classic story. If you want to get deeper into all of this, I'm running a curriculum on ancient Greece storytelling, history over on Substack. So more details in my bio. We'd love to have you with us for the summer.